blame us losing on that one play.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mac, it's a tough one.
Yeah, man.
What? Okay, is it too fresh? Can you put it into context yet?
Just coming up a little bit short. Obviously on the offensive side, we execute at a very high level. I think that's the most yards put up against them in a while. Loved all the talk about their front seven, but I think we dominated for most of the night. Just came up short in a couple areas.
One of the leaders of this team, what are you going to tell your teammates to kind of keep their heads high?
Really just to feel this fire. I want them to remember it. I think that maybe a loss is a little more powering than a win going into the offseason. I think that if they can really take this into their training, take it into spring ball, the feeling they have right now, they're going to be a dangerous group.
You guys, the underdog role has been so prominent for the last few weeks. You think this program's getting the respect they deserve?
I hope so. Obviously we took the national champs to the toe or whatever you want to say, but I think that you're going to see a little bit more respect come from that. Obviously, if we would have won the game, definitely. But I'm sure they would have found one way to say it. So it was a fluke or something of that nature. So I think Clemson's fine where they are.
It's the toughest loss you've ever gone through?
I lost a pretty big game when I was in 7th grade in a conference championship, but this one's up there.
Is Clemson on that tier now? Did this game, you didn't win it, but did this game prove that you are an elite football program? You're right there with the best of the region.
Yeah, I think we're over the tier. I think that we obviously made a huge statement. Being able to run with the big boys per se. Great execution by us all night. Just came up a little short.
You moved the ball against this defense. You ran it, Deshaun ran it,
yeah.
And you really threw the ball. Is that a point of pride? I know you didn't win, but a point of pride that this defense that's supposed to be so great, this Clemson offense looked pretty good.
I think so. Whenever we can break 500 yards, we feel a little bit good about that. But obviously, stats mean nothing when you lose a game. But personally, I love that we were able to do that 550 yards or so on that defense. So that's a cool accomplishment.
What is your sense of pride looking back at this season? How many great things happened, or is it more we were so close?
No, I'm prideful. Yeah.
You go back and play some of those through your head. How close if you don't let them get behind you?
Right. Yeah. No, I won't think of any of the negatives. Hopefully, the things that we've been able to accomplish were special with who we did it with. So proud to be able to go through with guys like Jay, guys like Tyrone, Joe, who have really just taken a journey to get where they are. And been able to execute at a high level.
Did the onside kick change things? It seemed like y'all were getting ready to get the ball back, go on offense, maybe take the lead again.
Yeah, I think anytime a big play happens on special teams is pretty blowing to the team. I think that, without those two plays, obviously, we would have won the game, but not going to blame it on that. There was multiple things, 4 or 5 plays here and there. Just got to execute better.
Obviously, you and Joe and Ryan will be missed, but do you think this line has a chance to be even better next year?
Yeah, I think that the amount of knowledge that they're going to have, it's all on Jay's shoulders, really. He's the lone senior. It's going to be up to him how hard he pushes, how hard he's getting those guys in there. You got some young guys that maybe aren't used to the amount of film time that they're going to need, so it's going to be key for him to just get them in there and just keep them rolling.
What kind of statement did you guys make tonight?
Pretty big. I think we put some ripples in the pond. Proud of our guys for being able to execute.
You hear a guy like Jordan say, "I'm coming back because I got the best quarterback in the country coming back."
Smart idea.
Do you think that this team is kind of going to rally around that, say we got as good a shot as anybody?
I think so. I think obviously he proved tonight that he's the best player in the country. Like I said earlier, I said Christian McCaffrey was. I was just to fire up Deshaun, and it worked. So I took advantage of you guys. I'm sorry for that. But yeah, we just came up a little short.
What do you think your legacy is personally? Your legacy?
Legacies are for other people to find. I'm not going to touch on that. Hopefully a good one though.
He wouldn't talk about it, but 4,000, 1,000 the first player ever.
Awesome.
You just talk. Speak for him.
I loved it. I looked at that and I saw how many he needed, how many yards he needed. I think it was 312. For him to execute on that high level in the national championship, very proud of him.
How do you think